OS 2200 QProcessor, Manage MQ Overview. Here we see the Management tab for the MQ Admin user ID. We're going to look at the Manage MQ module here in the Administration Console for the QProcessor. As you can see, the Manage MQ module consists of three tables. The first one is the general WebSphere MQ table. It shows that the status is running, and it shows what the default storage group is. Recall that when you set up external storage, the first one created becomes the default storage group, where all queue managers will be created unless you designate otherwise. This shows this particular system is running in an HA clustered and it's managed. We can edit the MQS INI here, modify the configuration. We can browse or upload one that we've already have, and then save our changes. We can also edit the MQ storage group by clicking this action link. This shows the available storage groups on this particular system. When the systems are clustered, the MQS INI is shared between the two cluster nodes. Changes that occur on one system will automatically be file synced to the other. We have the freeform non-interactive command shell available if you'd like to enter any command shell WebSphere MQ commands. We can look at this queue manager. The first column shows which storage group these queue managers belong to. The second column is the actual queue manager and what system, since we're clustered, they are running on. You will see all queue managers regardless of which node in the cluster they're running. The next column is the status, whether they're running or ended. The following column is the HA cluster control. Unmanaged means this queue manager is not yet under cluster control. Notice that for the first queue manager, the stop action, the move, and the delete are grayed out. This is because this queue manager is under cluster control. Once a queue manager is under cluster control, you can only start and stop it from the Manage HA module. We can edit various things. We can edit the QM INI for each queue manager. We can also edit the stop scripts and the start scripts. We can make our changes. We can browse or upload them and then save them. If we'd like to create a new queue manager, we can either create it through the command shell or use this form. We select which storage group we want to place this queue manager on. We can fill out the options, these are the default, and we can enter a description. When I select Save, this queue manager will be created with the options given. I can then go on to start this queue manager by selecting the Start Action link. So when the storage group is under cluster control, we recommend that all queue managers mounted to the storage group are also under cluster control, because if the cluster deems it fit to move the queue managers to the other node, these particular queue managers that are not managed will not restart. For demo purposes, I'll click OK to start the queue manager from the menu here. There are instances where a queue manager is stopped and you have previously tested it on your test systems. You plug in the LUNs and you would like to move it to a different storage group, onto the storage groups you're using for production, for instance. So this shows the available storage groups for this system. If you're in a cluster, just beware that this will only show the storage groups that are mounted on this particular system, not the other node. So you can move your queue managers to the other storage group, but just be aware the listeners aren't going to restart automatically. So you'll want to add them to the start scripts. This will move the queue manager to the new storage group that you have indicated and will automatically adjust the MQS INI. Here we see that the TSE10 queue is now operating on this other storage group, and this completes this demo.